everybody, and welcome back to A Beautiful Mess. My name is Bonnie, and we are working on Mira's patio today. If you don't know who Mira is, I will talk about her in... Oh, look, a dog. Oh, sorry, distracted. Anyway, I will talk about her in just a little bit, but let me just show you her patio first and what we're going to be cleaning up today. So she's had a lot of this stuff just sitting out here for years, some of it, and it's been gathering a lot of dust, a lot of leaves, a few dog toys, some water bottles, you know, because it's Mira. And a lot of the bookshelves that are out here were pretty much ruined. I think most of them were brand new because a lot of the shelves that you will see were still wrapped in plastic. So I'm not sure why they were left out here, but anyway, a lot of them were ruined and we had to throw them in the dumpster. But I was thankful we had a dumpster that we could take or fit most of this stuff into. Anyway, today I am working with my son. This is Jonas. He is my youngest, and he actually just had a birthday. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say happy 16th birthday, Jonas. And he was my only kid that got his driver's license on his birthday. And this is me being paparazzi at the driver's license division. He loves when I'm paparazzi. Can you tell? All right, so we are just going to start taking this stuff to the side of the house because the dumpster has not arrived at this point. So we're just putting it on the side to get it a little closer for when the dumpster comes. I kind of want to repurpose these. Jonas is like, no, Dad will kill you if you bring anything home. It is so nice. There will be a few areas throughout this video that I use closed captioning just because the AC unit outside is so loud. Hey y'all, I might repurpose these. And I'm happy to say that I actually did repurpose those shelves. My mom has a cabinet in her garage that needed some shelves, and those white ones that I took were the exact same width and were just a little too deep. They needed about an inch taken off of them. So anyway, I cut those for her and it worked perfect. So I love when I can find a good home for things to repurpose them. Okay, are you guys ready to play a little game with me? We're going to call it Find Colt's Chew Toy because it was rather well camouflaged in this pile of leaves. And I'm going to really try not to hum the Jeopardy tune while you're looking for it, but you have about 2 more seconds. You see it? There it is. It really just looks like a curled up leaf, doesn't it? And that super exciting game was brought to you by the same creator as, is it mildew or is it mold? Okay, I have one more question for you before I promise I will tell you about Mira. But I'm curious to know if you guys have these little bugs in your area. It's hard to tell what they are there, but there's another picture of them. And what do you call them? Because these go by roly-poly, potato bug, and pill bug where I come from. But do you guys have them, and what do you call them? Because I have looked this up on the internet, and there are about 1 million names for these little guys. And also, wasn't that an incredible amount of potato bugs is what I call them. She had them everywhere on her patio. I don't know why they like her patio so much. They must like hanging out with Mira about as much as I like hanging out with Mira. I wish you guys could hang out with Mira because seriously, she's the coolest. If you don't know who Mira is, if you're one of my new subscribers and maybe you just came over because Mac from Midwest Magic Cleaning, thank you Mac for shouting out my channel last week, and I've gotten a lot of new subscribers since. So if you don't know who Mira is, she started a YouTube channel back in August of last year called Peeling Away the Clutter, and she has been working on decluttering her home after she finally got fed up with the state of her home and decided she needed to change some things. And she's struggled with chronic disorganization her entire life. She has ADHD, and she's really good at describing how things got to where they're at and how she's tackling it. She talks a lot about depression and some of the struggles that she has, and she just has a way of pulling you in and just making you just love her, and she makes you feel loved as well. So she's awesome. You guys should check her out if you don't already follow her, but I know a lot of you already do. Oh, and the reason that I got involved was because she contacted me to see if I could come help with her kitchen and bathroom, because there are some things that she just physically can't do, especially after hospitalization with sepsis about 1.5 years ago. So I was so happy to come and help her with that, and I'll link all of the Mira videos at the end of this. But as you can see, I didn't stop at just the kitchen and bathroom because I just wanted to keep helping her. She's just so likable. So I've done her scrapbook room, and now the patio. There's other places that we're planning on tackling together. So this will be just an ongoing collaboration between the two of us. If you guys saw the Jane video where I killed the spider and then regretted it and thought I should have just taken it outside instead, I'm about to redeem myself here a little bit. The spiders don't bother me as much if they are outside, but my son is apparently very scared of spiders. I didn't know this. And yeah, so he's been smashing them with a brick. And I decide I'm not super happy about it. So anyway, I do try to save some and just wipe them off instead. Poor guy.
I have no sympathy.
Your soul.
Spend these little tubes that don't deserve blue.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Gotta look under here.
Oh, do you want the brick?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh.
See, I'm just like just wiping them off real quick. But there was one there.
The brick is more fun.
True. But it's also very loud and I don't like that noise. I was also probably a little more tolerant of them because none of them were a fast species on the bottom of these. So they can live. Now, if it was a grass spider, I don't know what I would do. I won't tell you what I would do. But I don't like the fast ones. Okay, right here I am telling Mira about my idea of repurposing some of the bookshelves that were semi-ruined and turning them into planters. I don't know if this will actually happen, but if we do, we would get it reinforced with some bricks or stone or something to go around it, because otherwise the particle board would just fall apart eventually.
Let's see, hold on. Not water bottles, but let's see, what else is it? I mean, it's scrapbook stuff, but no, it does. Yes, I was just generally scrapbook stuff. Stamps.
Okay, start watching Jonas in the background. As I was watching back my footage, I noticed this going on in the background and thought it was so funny. I was surprised I noticed it because it was so small, but he has a break on him. He's like bewildered. Like, what do I do? Yeah, sorry, Jay. Just deal with it. It's life. I saw this rock as I was going inside of her house. It's just sitting on her back steps saying, "You got this." I loved it. So had to take a little picture for you guys. It's so cute. always interesting, the stuff you run across when you start cleaning up a big mess. Like monkeys that sing, can't touch this, and dance. If you are a regular viewer of Mira's channel, or you have seen the videos I've done of Mira's house before, you already know that this little black pup here is Colt, and then the white one, white and brown one, is Clay. But Colt especially is a little crazy. But we love him for it. He is so curious, so into everything. I bet in any scene of this video, you could pause it and find him somewhere, because he's just always the little black blur in the background, checking everything out. Okay, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to put this section in it from my 360-degree camera, because the quality of the video really was terrible, and I think that's because I had to do a lot of color editing to it and brighten it up, because I think the way that I had the camera positioned, the lighting was just terrible, so I had to adjust it a lot. But I wanted to at least show kind of an overview of all the back and forth that we're doing of carrying this stuff out. So just a quick little time lapse of that. But normally the 360-degree camera angle is pretty cool. There's a beautiful chest that Mira got from her sister. Very dirty. We haven't looked inside of it. I'm curious to know what's inside of it. Jonas, open it up. Let's see. Oh, nothing. Holy cow, that is cool. So initially, Mira wanted to get rid of this chest just because it was so big and taking up a lot of room. But in the end, after I had cleaned it up and got it all polished and set it out on her patio, kind of like a coffee table, she decided to keep it. And I was so glad, because I think it's just too beautiful to get rid of. It's just very unique. But what she was going to do with it was have my mom sell it. And I know a lot of you know my mom from some of my videos, but my mom is starting to do Whatnot. If you've ever heard of that, it's kind of like an eBay, but like a live auction, like where she's on screen auctioning stuff off. So that, Facebook Marketplace, she also has a boutique. So between those three areas, she's got lots of places that she's going to just be selling stuff. So, hold on, I'm going to pause there for a second to show you some of the water bottles that were found underneath all of this, because it's Mira. And again, if you don't know Mira, this is a theme at her house. She loves her Aquafina. Did you hear the moment that it got too full? Yeah, sadly, this is not a bottomless container that this shop vac has. You apparently do have to empty it every once in a while, so it is that time.
All right, go ahead and throw it out in the grass.
It's like a bomb.
Okay, maybe that was a bad Okay, maybe just throw it straight down and straight down. There you go. That's better. Again. Okay. I think that's good.
Okay, learn from my mistakes. That was not the best idea. I think in the future, I'm going to put that filter inside of a garbage bag and then bang that around to get some of that dust off. Or maybe use another vacuum to vacuum off the filter. I don't know the best way to do this because I really don't want to replace the filter every single time it gets all dusty like that. So do you guys have a good way that you clean your filter when it gets all dusty like that? Let me know. I'm kind of in love with my shop vac, and particularly this one. I've been through a few shop vacs, but this one has been my favorite, and I love that it holds so much and that it has the blow feature that you can switch to, like you saw Jonas blowing off the patio there. So I will link this specific one, hopefully, if they still have it, or I'll link one that's close to it. If anybody is like, oh yeah, I totally need a shop vac, I could use one of those, follow that link. Doesn't cost you any extra. I just get a little kickback if you use the link to get it. Okay, dumpster's finally here. So we've been taking everything to the side of the house. And now we finally get to take it to the dumpster. I started filming this spider thinking it was a black widow, just to show you guys a black widow because they're pretty common here in Utah. But as I got closer, I don't actually think it is. It's hard to tell without seeing the underbelly and the little hourglass shape on the belly, but it looked a little bit more brown than shiny black. And there are a few spiders that look very similar and aren't actually black widows, but anyway, I'm still not sure, but it looked very much like one. Not everything you see us taking out towards the dumpster is actually going to the dumpster. Like this that Jonas has is going in my truck because that's something that my mom is going to sell. the way I edited this part where I don't show us actually walking back to the backyard, it looks like we're disappearing into a little portal and just end up back in the backyard. Or it's like a little treadmill, a little trash removal treadmill. If you're wondering what all of these white sticks are, they're not paint sticks or paint stirring sticks. They are actually from the shutters. I don't know if you saw us take, well, actually, yeah, you did see us take those out because that was literally the first thing that you saw Jonas take out. But yeah, just some of the shutters that fell off and got all over her patio. Okay, time to put everything back, and we are not going to finish on this day. There is going to be a day 2 where there's going to be a little bit of yard work as well, and I have a couple of different helpers on that day, which one of them you'll probably recognize. I actually wanted to keep going and get more done this day, but Jonas was just done because poor guy got his dad's allergies and he had to take Benadryl a little bit earlier, and so he's hitting a Benadryl stupor and is just like, I'm done. Can we go? So we wrapped it up.
I did that too.
Yeah, it's like, that's effective. It's just flying everywhere.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah, that could have been a serious faceplant. In fact, I do really worry about Mira and this situation. I think it's a root that got under there and pushed those all up. So something that we really want to fix. That's very important. High on the list of things to do for her. Okay, here's the after for the just first day. All that we got done on that day. And now here is day 2. So I am working with Lisa. If you remember who Lisa is, she helped me with Julie's house, and she's also been helping Mira keep up on her home. And then this is her husband, Daniel, who was so great to come and help with some of this yard work because there was a lot to get done. Okay, guys, I couldn't resist. Lisa's over here doing some weeding and it looked too fun. So stop in the patio right now. We're going to do some weeding. If you want to see some of the work that Lisa and Daniel did before I got there, go check out Mira's version of the patio. I'll link it in my video description. They did so much work that it was almost unrecognizable when I got there. So yeah, make sure to check that out because it's crazy the amount of work that they put in. I was just blown away.
A little shot for your walnuts.
Okay, I have to tell you a funny story. I had kind of a duh moment with that walnut that we found. When I found it, I was like, what the heck? Where did this walnut come from? And Lisa's like, well, this is a walnut tree. And I was like, it doesn't look like one. Like in my head, I was thinking of an oak tree, that oak trees is where walnuts came from. I don't know why. Like, I know it's acorns that come from oak trees, but I just kept looking around going, there are no oak trees around here. Where did this walnut come from? And I mean, Lisa kept saying this is a walnut tree. And I was like, but it's not. And I didn't want to like keep arguing about it or anything. I was just like, Lisa, it's not an oak tree, but it turns out it is a walnut tree after all. So dumb on my part, but that's okay. I'm just going to laugh about it now. It just occurred to me that there are probably a few of you yelling at the screen going, why are you getting rid of those plants when they don't look like weeds? And they were actually pretty beautiful. They just weren't supposed to be there. And so we're trying to give that rose bush that I just showed you a little bit more nutrients, and so it's not getting taken up by all of the stuff that's not supposed to be there. And also she has some bulbs that were actually planted there on purpose. And so everything else was a weed, even though it is pretty. And I kind of liked the look of it, but that's not what was supposed to be there. And we will probably in the fall help her divide up the bulbs and make those useful for next year. Look how fun this is too. This, like and it's like decomposing, so it's like just fun to. Oh well, maybe that's most of it. That's like, but yeah, I like the pulpy that. It's kind of cool. Okay, it's finally time to get this chest all shined up. So I'm just going to take off the layer of dust first before I use a different cloth to apply liquid gold. Love my liquid gold. And Mira will talk more about this chest and where it came from and all that on her version of the patio. So again, go check that out. This is what nails are good for, are they not? Don't worry, it didn't scratch at all. It just was a little bit of paint that I couldn't rub off. I'm not really sure what all these bumps were on the front and sides of this chest that you see kind of there up at the top. But they look like little warts. I don't know what they were, but it actually just added a little bit of character. Okay, guys, it is time for another game. Just kidding, this is really dumb. But see if you can recognize the sped up voice of the person I'm listening to in the background here. You're good. I'm actually listening, like, it's fine because I'll hear on mute. Yeah, I'm listening to Max live from the beginning since I missed all that. So I'm like, it's 2 hours long. Yeah. Yeah, so that was Mac's 2-hour long live that he did, 3 weeks ago or something, where he was talking about his autistic burnout and what he's been going through. So that's how I have to catch up on everything that's going on with all the channels I'm trying to support is listen to it at a sped up rate or watch it casually in the background as I'm doing other things, just because it's so hard to keep up on everything. So that's how I fit it in. But it was also because of that live that I started thinking, I need to get out there and support him through his burnout, because I feel like I just went through that myself after Julie's house. I was so burned out after that and felt like I just wasn't myself for like 2-3 months. And I'm finally starting to get some of that energy back. But anyway, that's kind of why I wanted to go out there. So I'm actually leaving in the morning to head out to Illinois. So excited. As you can see, this plastic drawer thing has had it. It's been out in the sun too long and just fallen apart. So everything that was inside of it, which was all Sizzix die cut stuff, Lisa's just dusting off and putting in another box. For Sizzix. Nice. So by this point, the dumpster was getting so full that we just decided to gather all these sticks and have a bonfire. Just kidding. But don't you kind of want to? Like, are you guys ever tempted to light a pile of sticks on fire? There's a particular pile of wood just off the freeway exit that I take, and sometimes I just want to light it on fire. I don't know why. I'm really not a pyro, I promise, but sometimes I just think, wow, that would really go up quickly in a fire. What is wrong with me? At least if I did give in to that temptation, I now have somebody trained in my family to put out the fire. My 18-year-old son just finished his training as a wildland firefighter. I'm so dang proud of him. He actually wants to be an aerospace engineer, and that's what he's going to go to school for. But in the summertime, he's going to do wildland firefighting. So if you guys ever have a fire in your state, he may be on a traveling crew to come help you. And anyway, pretty cool. I'm so proud of him. So anyway, here is the sticks, the pile of sticks that is actually going to go to the dumpster. We did not light it on fire. Oh boy, if you're one of those people who think that I talk too much and have commented that I talk too much, you're really not going to like this video, because I really am talking a lot. But anyway, I had to bring this up because I am wearing this shirt and I have to tell you what it's about. I don't know if you can even see it, so I'll just post a picture of it right here. It says, I'm the Eptist, Bonnie said so. And I have to tell you where this came from, because about 4 months ago, I posted a video where I said something about being inept in it. And one of my favorite people on this channel, who is a member and is also a fellow Bonnie. There's a lot of Bonnies on my channel for some reason. I love it. But anyway, she is hilarious. She responded, Bon, you're not inept. You're perfectly ept. You're the eptist. I have rarely seen anyone with your level of eptness. We love you, super ept. And then ever since then, she's just called me the eptist. And it's, and a couple weeks later, she sent me this image that you see on the shirt. And I thought, I have to make that into a t-shirt. It's so funny. So thank you, fellow Bon, for creating this image for me and for also being the eptist. And look, I ended that story just in time to show you the after of this patio. Now, is it perfect? No. Do I wish I had my power washer with me to get these cushions a little bit cleaner? Actually, they look pretty dang decent. But yes, I wish I had my power washer with me. But, maybe on another visit, I can bring my power washer. But then again, I do make a lot of plans that I just can't follow through with because I have so many ideas in my head and so many people that I'm like, I got to get back and do this. And anyway, I just have too much going on that may not happen. But I do want to get back to fix this because that's a safety hazard, and I just really would hate if Mira tripped over that and hurt herself and wound up in a worse condition than she is. So, and then all this stuff has actually been removed. And I forgot to get an after picture after we took it, but this was the stuff that my mom and I loaded up to take to her house to auction off. And I'll tell you more about that once we get things more set up there. But here's the backyard, the before and after. And I'd love to do more there too if we can. But I wanted to give you a shot of before, the in-between, and then the after from each angle so that you can see the evolution of this clean patio. I love how it came together. So again, make sure you go check out Mira's version as well, because it's fun to see it from a different perspective and hear her talk about how the mess came to be in the first place and all that. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And remember to subscribe if you haven't, hit the like button, and then turn on your notifications, because I have a cleaning coming up that I'm super excited about, and I cannot wait to tell you more about how this all came to be. But anyway, turn on those notifications. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.